Welcome back to your boys, the Dividend Diplomat. We're going to talk to you today about two stocks in my portfolio that had two completely different weeks. Both are tech stocks. One had a great week, one had a terrible week. So let's talk through it.
Oof, guys, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Give us a nice thumbs up. Your dividend broskies here. Bert's got a little bit of dividend stocks here. Yes, they do pay dividends here, but they are more growth than dividend. But the question is this week for Bert's portfolio, were they more growth or was there a lack thereof growth based on news that hit the media wire this week?
See what you did there, Lanny.
Oh,
So,
what did I do there?
yeah, it's a little teaser that everybody had. So,
Little tease.
yeah, so we'll start with the bad first. I'll start with the bad, get that one out of the way. One tech stock I'd been buying a couple shares of lately, Salesforce, ticker symbol CRM, dropped after earnings. I currently own 13.5 shares, so my position is about 3,500. Definitely looking to grab another share or two if it's going to continue to hang around these prices in the mid 230s, low 240s, which is where it settled after earnings. We're filming this on September 4th, so these prices are as of September 4th. Dropped 5% after earnings, but it was a lot lower to start the day. It dropped immediately to 235, popped up to end around 244. What happened? I don't know, Annie. They beat on earnings. They beat on revenue. They compared to expectations. 291 earnings compared to 271, 278. Revenue 10.4 billion, 10.24 billion, sorry, compared to expectations of 2.14 billion. So they beat for the quarter. Revenue was up 10% compared to the last year. So financials are
Wow.
great.
Yeah, financials are looking real solid. I mean, and given that their target is still pretty much in the same range, were analysts trying to say, oh, maybe they're going to beat and increase that, or like what were they really expecting?
I think that's what it is. I think analysts were getting a little ahead of their skis with Salesforce, who's still producing these great numbers, but they were expecting a meteoric rise in revenue, like so many of the other tech companies and so many AI companies. You slap AI onto what you're doing, and it's like your expectations jump threefold from there.
Ridiculous,
It is.
ridiculous. There I actually, just to sidestep into the AI. There's a funny, I think it's a meme going around where it's like the CEOs are like, we want AI, and we want it now. Well, what do you want AI to do? We don't know. So, just, again, the chatter from small organizations to big organizations, that you need to use AI in something that you do, and nobody knows when, how, or what to do to actually implement that.
I know it's kind of funny because that's where so many companies are getting held up. And I know Salesforce has been one of the most aggressive with firing people and trying to replace them with AI and replacing them um, internally, save money, cut people, use AI as much as possible. They've been on the forefront of that. And I've seen articles where you see companies say it's a success. And some companies are now looking to hire back a lot of the people they let go because they couldn't implement the AI correctly. So it's a funny meme, but it's a true meme. Just people don't know how to use it, and Salesforce is getting hit with AI because it's not growing as much as expected. And with CRMs, you're now seeing AI companies try to come after their CRM business with a leaner, meaner, cheaper version of Salesforce that uses AI. Salesforce is fighting back. They have their AI chatbot, their AI customer service agent. They've signed up over 6,000 customers to this service. But Mr. Market saying that's not meeting our expectations. It's not growing fast enough for what we'd expect for a company like Salesforce. And I think that's the core of why the stock just fell. It's another quarter of that story.
Now, I know you mentioned, again, they have a lot of revenue generation here, a lot of great cash flow that's happening right now. I mean, what they're pumping out in revenue is pretty insane, and especially because they're targeting still over $40 billion in revenue. I
Yeah.
mean, me just saying that makes me go, okay, I think everything's just fine right now over at Salesforce.
Yeah. And they're $233 billion market cap. And I think that's the thing. This isn't like, sure, they might be a little slow to adopt AI and they're working to figure it out, but they are cash flow. They do have the fundamentals of a strong business. This isn't like a company that's just desperate to do anything, desperate to grow in any sense. That's just saying we're not making money, we have no cash flow, we're pivoting to AI. That's our only play. Salesforce is doing it, It's just they're slower than everybody else and it's just not working. So that's, I think, what the hard part is going to be.
It's just not working.
Yes, I will say the one thing I did notice is our company has Slack at work, and they rolled out the Slack AI agent where they now summarize, like, you join a channel
Notes.
and it like summarize the notes in there. Like, that's a cool feature. That's a great way to use AI for communication, but it's not going to generate tens of billions of dollars. So that's the other hard part.
Yeah, yeah. We'll now charge you a per use.
Oh, so I mean, I've said this multiple times. This is another quick sidebar and tangent on this. If everybody thinks that these companies are going to keep offering AI for free soon, it's going to catch up eventually. The AI costs are going to start jumping. They hook you on the AI. They give you low cost, no cost for a lot of companies.
Yeah, if you start ingraining it into your business operations, then you can't get away from it. Introduce Microsoft Office product.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So you can switch away from a place like Salesforce for a cheaper option, but those costs are going to catch up to that company at some point. And say it's a startup, they're going to one day say, we need to become profitable. We need to get that funding round. We need to show cash flow positivity. Let's start charging people for all these AI features we gave for free, or we can't keep absorbing these. So it's a, I like it at this price. I'll pick up a few shares. I would love to get to 20
Okay,
shares.
Bert's a buyer, guys. Bert is a
Yeah,
buyer. The current price is for CRM Salesforce.
yeah. One
Wah,
day.
wah, 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 wah.
Yeah. I'm hoping it has a story like the good news we just heard from stock number two in here. So I think it's a good segue. What do you think, Lanny?
This is a great segue into a blast off week here for this company because the D, the O, the J, throw down they finally hit the gauntlet. And what was the verdict here, Bert?
We're talking Google, ticker symbol GOOGLE. For 2 years, people have been asking, are they going to be forced to sell off their search business? Are they going to be forced to diversify and give away one of the largest sources of data for the Google machine? DOJ said it's over. It's over. The Vince Carter, it's over. Because they said they can keep Google Chrome. They don't have to diversify. The only caveat is, Lanny, they can't have search exclusive deals anymore for just Chrome. But you said it a great point there in the intro to this video. With the emergence of ChatGPT, with the emergence of so many other players. Or sorry, did you say that before in our while we were talking before it was recorded? Like,
No, we were talking about it in the earlier part of this
okay,
video.
I apologize. Sorry, everybody. But like, with the emergence
Oh,
of,
no, maybe it was just our conversation, actually.
I don't know. Whatever the point is, with the emergence of ChatGPT, with the emergence of Perplexity, with the emergence of Copilot, and all these other AI agents, you see some search pulling away from Google Chrome to the point where maybe there's enough competition where it's not this exclusive deal where the DOJ can split it up. I don't know all the details behind it, but the end result is Google doesn't have to sell Chrome. Google gets to keep all the data that comes from Chrome, feed the Google machine, feed Gemini, feed YouTube. Everything plugs in, and the Google machine just keeps on churning. Man, did that stock pop after that?
Oh, they've had one heck of a week, back well over 200 plus dollars per share right now.
Yeah, it's over 230 right now.
Everybody is rejoicing, guys. They're back to just dominating the revenue game, the cash flow game, thanks to advertising.
Yeah, and they were slower to adopt AI, which is another reason why that stock dropped too. But Gemini is rolling, Gemini's humming, and Gemini's starting to get added to a lot of these items too. So I think a lot of the fears that Google's going to be slow into this process are gone. They're just not the fast movers that so many other companies are. So they popped, they're up 12% this week. They popped 8% immediately after the DOJ. This stock is on fire right
Nice job, Bert. Now,
now.
at current prices, are you a buyer or are you just going to hold, wait, watch, and see this one?
Hold, wait, watch, and see. I think the time to buy Google's at this moment is probably gone. We have 53 shares combined between my wife's account and mine. So I'm going to enjoy watching this ride for a little bit and have some fun.
Well, Bert is
Yeah.
having fun, guys, and he's having fun buying CRM, as he said. So he's a hold right now on Google, and he's a buy right now on CRM. I don't own either or, but probably own them indirectly with my VOO position. Let us know if you guys also experience the bad, the good, the ugly, guys. Let us know what other news has hit your stock portfolio hard. And if you benefited or did not benefit from these two pieces of news, guys, let us know in those comments below.
If you haven't already, everyone subscribe to the channel. Give this video a thumbs up. And remember, you're either with us or you're against us, Jack.
That was Bart the Heart and Lanny from the gosh damn Dividend Diplomats. Over and out.